The mother that murdered their mother. The mother of white folks. The only woman that whenever she speaks, every other widows bow. Respect, ma. Because let it make sense to me. That's a woman that assumed that she's mourning, she's mourning beautifully, can literally come out and spray this high racism in public, forgetting that there is even one black man, and it's good. It's good for those black people that will literally not respect themselves and stay away from these white folks. Proximity to whiteness is actually not white. It can never be white. So she saw that the crowd was not only comprises of white folks, but she decided to tell white people, no matter how they try, especially the white words, to disenfranchise them, blah, 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 do not give up, keep pushing, keep striving, Advisor General. Let's roll out the clip so that you guys can actually watch. And credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. My name is Sonia, and for disclaimers, educational purposes only. Let's go hear what our Mother General have to say. I'll be back with commentaries.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there, strong men who are convicted, that will be good leaders, good husbands, good fathers like mine. We need that. And young women, we need you to also rise up. Don't compromise yourself. Don't look at other women and compare yourself. God has created you for a purpose and a reason far greater than you and I will ever know on this side of heaven. But just know that as long as you're a part of Turning Point USA, you have us by your side, and we will be there for you every step of the way. And just like this governor and many others that are out there, we got your back always. And we are honored and thrilled and just so grateful to God that you guys are a part of this family. So God bless you guys. God bless you. And thank you all for being here today. It means the world to me.
Thank you, Governor Sanders. Thank you, Erica. I think I can speak for everyone here and say, we love you both. Cheers.
All right, everybody. So we all heard Erica Kirk say this, right?
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man.
Now, while I support American postal workers, I don't think she was talking about that. And if you felt a sense of discomfort, you should be uncomfortable, because what she was doing was spewing propaganda to the young white youth. And if you wonder, what disenfranchisement of white men is she talking about? This is what it looked like when white men were disenfranchised. There's a black man behind me. This is what it looked like when white men are disenfranchised. There are black people hanging next to them. This is what white men feeling disenfranchised looks like. I mean, a neighborhood in the 80s is what white men being disenfranchised, what it looks like. This is what white men being disenfranchised looks like. This is what white men being disenfranchised looks like. This is what white men being disenfranchised looks like. This is what white men being disenfranchised looks like. This is what white men being disenfranchised look like. They're stepping on a black man. This is what white men being disenfranchised look like. This is what white men being disenfranchised looks like, and they're beating up a black man. This is what white men being disenfranchised looks like.
Understand the disenfranchisement of white men in America means to be able to be openly racist or a bigot without any kind of consequence.
She was not calling for white men just to be strong. She was calling for white men to be more violent, because that is how the white community have gained power in America since America has started.
In the greatest country in the world, the greatest country in the world. Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men.
Baby, I've had enough. She said, do not let anyone disenfranchise you, being a white male. When has any white male been disenfranchised in anything? They are privileged. They have never been deprived in anything. And the fact that she said that and a young black male was standing right behind her, but she was addressing white men in particular. And baby, the fake crying, so old. It's getting old. But yeah, for her to say that white males are disenfranchised, these people are crazy. They really are.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
She's so performative, it makes me sick. Where are the white men that are being disenfranchised, Erica? We're looking for them. Where in the United States of America are white men being deprived of their rights and their privileges? I need that answer quickly. Mind y'all, we're talking about the demographic of men who are more likely to benefit from generational wealth or greater access to healthcare and housing, generally higher incomes, higher representation in leadership roles. What about that is disenfranchised? I, for one, am so sick and tired of white people acting like they're victims in this country. You're not. The systems that we navigate within, even in 2026, were built for you to succeed and prosper. Attempting to use the plight of Black and brown Americans in this country as your own is very reductive and antagonistic, in my opinion. I'm here to tell you that you're not disenfranchised, beloved. You're just upset that other demographics of people within this country are beginning to gain some type of equity. And when you've been indoctrinated to live a life of selfishness and entitlement, sometimes sharing can feel like somebody's taking something away from you. But what I would say to that is get the fuck over it. I fear Erica Kirk said the quiet part out loud. Turning Point USA was made by and for white men to reestablish dominance within this country, and that's the gag.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you.
White male man? Disenfranchised? Baby, this ain't USPS. I better never hear those words together in a sentence. Ever again. We can take this all the way back to Jim Crow if we want. Poll taxes, literacy tests, the grandfather clause. White men being disenfranchised? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that today, Black men are disproportionately disenfranchised. By design. From the criminal justice system, the prison industrial complex, and just general voter suppression that we've been seeing. What do you mean?
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you.
Isn't it funny when the power structure becomes the marginalized? They're saying the quiet part out loud now. It's always been about the great replacement theory, never actually about Christianity and evangelism and spreading the gospel. It is about adopting a victimhood narrative to reclaim lost perception of power. Christianity and conservatism are just easy ideas to mobilize around. But the only thing that the modern conservative movement seeks to conserve is white supremacy. What's also interesting is that you have a woman advocating for the protection of white men in the existing patriarchal power structure. This tracks with some feminist thought that white women actually don't seek to abolish patriarchal systems, but rather gain equal footing in the same oppressive systems. But again, the interesting piece here is using Christianity as an underlying collective thought, using religion to justify all these ideas, concepts, and actions. In order to ignore historical disparities, focus on contrived modern ones to present a fresh and new victimhood model. In religion, when you have God's backing, you can say that God said anything or use it as the underlying justification for everything, especially a modern Christianity that discourages critical thinking, celebrates narcissism, and demonizes anyone with an opposing or contradictory theological view.
You because you're a young man, especially a young white male man.
So wait, people out here doing stuff to the mailman because he's white. Don't ever let anybody tell you to feel bad because you're a white mailman. What happened with the mailman? Did he not deliver the mail? I'm confused. And I thought she was over The military. What did she got to do with postal services? What are we talking about? A white mailman. So, white man only going to be a mailman now? Huh? A male man. Oh, did she mean to say a white man? A male man. Y'all people.
Somebody teach Erica Kirk the definition of disenfranchised quickly.
But use it for something greater. Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there, strong men who are convicted, that will be good leaders, good husbands, good fathers like mine. We need that.
To get up there and say that you need to fight against the disenfranchisement of men, particularly white male men, first of all, it sounds like you're talking about mail carriers that work for the USPS, which shout out to them. They're good for life. But at the same time, when we're talking about disenfranchisement, don't you think that maybe we should be talking about the disenfranchisement of the millions of black men who have been in prison and giving the harshest sentences in the book, given the book, for particularly nonviolent crimes? Disenfranchisement in the sense that their ability to re-enter society was significantly hindered by the system that was set out to continuously disenfranchise them and keep them disenfranchised. Some states, folks who have done their time in prison, in jail, cannot come back out and vote or participate in society and in their civic duty as one should. So if you really want to talk about disenfranchisement, let's talk about it for what it actually is. The definition of disenfranchisement is the state of being deprived of a right or privilege, especially the right to vote. In no world, particularly in these here United States of America, are white men disenfranchised or even close to being disenfranchised. In no world, their right to vote, their right to participate in this quote-unquote democratic process has never been in jeopardy and will never be in jeopardy. You're fear-mongering to pander to those white men, those white boys who y'all are tricking into thinking that their livelihood and their freedoms are up for grabs when they're not even on the table. It's so misleading. It's so propagating and disgusting. And then all of this is at a press conference where the governor is advocating and pushing for that stupid ass turning point to be in every high school in Arkansas. Don't y'all got bigger fish to fry in Arkansas? And then she really is up there looking like that monster from the Scooby-Doo movie. The eyeliner is very heavy, babes.
We are here to welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented, most outspoken, and most faithful leaders, Erica Kirk, to our great state. We're so proud to have her, and we're so proud of the incredible work that she is doing to help encourage students across the country to engage and join Club America, which we're launching here in Arkansas, and we're just honored to have you.
Thank you. God bless you. We're so grateful, and thank you for honoring Charlie and his legacy and his mission to have a Club America on every high school chapter across the country. So God bless you guys, and thank you.
I am so tired of the Erica Kirk show. Like, are we serious right now? The acting is so bad. The way she's standing there doing the little submissive posture, the puppy dog eyes, the mom jeans, acting like she's shy in front of the camera. It is just so forced. It honestly can't even be explained. Like, what exactly is going on with these facial expressions? Even the way she's standing there with her hands like that, does she think that makes her look more like some grieving widow or something? Let's be honest, not that long ago, Erica Kirk was running around in bikinis and heels. And now she's suddenly trying to act like this shy church lady. And another thing, just look at all the people she's surrounding herself with right now. A lot of them are fully in support of Is Not Real, even though Charlie literally spoke out against that. And now all of a sudden, everything is toned down. The clothes are more casual, almost like she's trying to do the whole humble and demure thing. You can tell somebody definitely pulled her aside and told her to chill out. Too bad it's a little late for that. Because at this point, a lot of people already see through it. It just doesn't feel genuine. And honestly, it feels like she doesn't even know how to act now that people are questioning it.
Saying y'all need some young, strong white male men and the convictions to be leaders and husbands and stuff in the land, it doesn't even have a good ring to it. It don't even sound right. It sounded like it was hard to say. It sounded forced. It made everybody uncomfortable, like, ooh. Like, what was the reason? But I'm glad she said it, because low-key, I do partly agree. Hear me out. We need a good white man. Where the good white man at? I've been told my whole life you wanted the good ones. You don't want the good ones. So where the good ones at? Where the good ones at that's going to hold the convicted felons accountable? The ones who, the Jeffrey Epsteins, the ones who are held liable for sexual assault, the ones who commit crimes against every minority group, the one who commits crimes against children. Because y'all commit a lot of sexual crimes against children. Y'all the number ones for that. Y'all the number ones for that. Y'all the number ones for school shootings. Y'all commit a lot of crimes against people. And fuck the whole per capita and fuck all that shit. Y'all number one. Y'all want to hit us with the 1350 that don't exist. Well, y'all number one for sex crimes against children. So y'all gonna have to figure that shit out. So yeah, we do need some young, strong white male men, I guess.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man. Especially a young white male man. Don't ever let it.
That's the kind of rhetoric that's coming to public high schools through Turning Point USA's new Club America program. Keep in mind, Turning Point USA is a $1 billion funded organization that built its power through college campus chapters. And just so we're clear, their time on college campuses had nothing to do with encouraging free speech and dialogue. Their entire model was built on recruiting young people, indoctrinating them into their ideology, giving them media training, connecting them to conservative donor networks, and then astroturfing that content into virality to flood our algorithms with right-wing propaganda. And they were really successful with it, except for like that one time. That now they're looking to start that indoctrination even younger by going directly into publicly funded high schools.
To have a Club America on every high school chapter across the country.
And what makes this whole Club America thing so alarming, I mean, there's multiple things, is that that's Governor of Arkansas, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, standing next to Erica Kirk making this announcement. And this fits very neatly into a long-term strategy from conservative think tanks like the Heritage Foundation, you know, the architects behind Project 2025, to reshape education around basically Christian nationalist ideals. And the hypocrisy is just astounding, but as I always say, hypocrisy is the point. I mean, we've heard so much crying on the right about keeping indoctrination out of schools. I mean, so far as to try to restrict actual lessons about our history, like around slavery. Don't say gay laws, book bans. The same politicians who have spent years trying to purge curriculum from being too political are now actively encouraging students to join a political organization inside these schools. And what does this mean for teachers and the curriculum going forward? Turning Point USA already runs a professor watch list. Basically a list where they target academics that they deem as promoting anti-American values and leftist propaganda. Will that same surveillance culture now come into high schools? And what about Turning Point USA's very clear message to young women that their primary focus should be on finding a husband and starting a family? That the only real purpose of going to college is to get an MRS degree? Will that be part of what's promoted in these Club America programs on public school campuses? At the end of the day, to me, this is just another attack on education. They don't want to improve public schools. We see them trying to cut funding all the time. Their next play is to try to capture it from the inside. My power keeps going out, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm almost done. Public schools are supposed to be a truly democratic institution. A place where kids from every background, every socioeconomic status, can sit in the same room and learn to think critically about the world. Turning Point USA wants the opposite of that. They want Christian nationalist indoctrination camps created by a $1 billion political machine inside buildings paid for by your tax dollars.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man. Especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
Jesus fucking Christ. I think she doesn't know what disenfranchise means. It means to deprive of rights. Now, I would love to know in present day, currently, what white men, specifically white men, what rights are you deprived of? Most land ownership, most employed. Some of the most grants and loans given to. Never had to go through systematic racism. And socially viewed as the highest in society. I would love to know the disenfranchisement. And in all honesty, all the white men I know at least never let anybody talk down to them. If you look in the comment section, you have a lot of white men in the comment section confusing oppression and depression. And they're saying many things related to depression, but they're also saying a lot of things related to the systemic abuse in which white men have put on society. Not just with slavery, but with Jim Crow, plus the male patriarchy, in order to catapult themselves to the top of the food chain. You have a lot of white men in the comment section literally who do not realize that they have been systemically protected by America's policies.
And to the party of people who's always asking, why do we always make everything about race? Why did Erica Kirk, someone who knows the world is watching every move she makes, with cameras all around her, in front of a group of people, get up and say, never let anyone talk down on you, especially as a young white male man in America? What? But we make everything about race. She just said, fuck a dog whistle. She said, I'm just going to say the things out loud. I'm just going to say it out loud for everyone to hear. And of course, they'll be like, oh, you're taking this the wrong way. Girl.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there. Strong men who are convicted.
Wow. I mean, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my breath. Everyone in the comments, say what you want. Say whatever the hell you want. Have a good Friday, y'all.
The fact that this woman is still acting is more annoying. The fact that she is still acting, and of which we know that she is literally acting, but she's making it look like, oh, she acts the best, is more annoying. Very, very annoying. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and break down the first definition of disenfranchisement. Let's go. Disenfranchise means to take away someone's right, especially the right to vote or participate fully in societies. For example, in history, many people were disenfranchised from voting, meaning the law or system prevents them from voting or having political power. A famous example happened in the United States after the Reconstruction era, where many black citizens were legally blocked from voting through polls, taxes, literacy tests, and intimidation. And let's break the difference between the black and the white people. The difference between the black people and the white people is mainly based on racial classification and physical traits, not human value or intelligence. But between these two, if there is any human that needs to be disenfranchised, it should be the black. Why? Because the white skin always claim that they do have privilege. Now listen, black people. Black people usually have dark skin due to higher melanin. Many trace ancestors to Africans, often culturally connected to African or African diaspora community, while white people usually have lighter skin and less melanin. Many trace ancestral to Europe's, often culturally connected to European heritage, right? No race is naturally superior or inferior. History shows the system of discrimination, such as segregation in the United States during the Jim Crow era, created unequal treatment between the black and white people. Now, tell me why this woman want to come pull out a show in terms of she's crying, oh, she's the best in Turning Point USA, blah, blah, blah. And she will literally come out with this type of racism, knowing that there are fully young youths there. And there is this say that say, catch them young. Because the moment you say that and that stick to their head, it becomes another thing of pride Why is it that some of these white folks, before they say something, they don't look into it, they don't see the error they are making, they just go directly and say it exactly how it's coming out of their mouth without thinking twice? I thought they said the brain needs to process what you need to say with your mouth. Is that not what they're taught in schools, or am I wrong? Because it looked like some of these white folk, their brains do not process things before they say. How can you pick up a mic knowing fully well that there are some black people, 1 or 2 people that choose to carry themselves to that place? Because I did not see any reason why you would go to Turning Point if you're not a white person, knowing fully well that the owner that created the Turning Point before he died is literally has never supported anything concerning black. But you went there because, yeah, you love Erica more than us. And she have to come up with the fact that do not let anybody disenfranchise you. Especially, she even mentioned, especially the white males. Even to the female. Am I even wasting my strength on this lady? Let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I really appreciate you guys, and I do not take you guys for granted. Thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me to the end of this video. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you. Mwah.